to disappoint you, but it's just me today. Carrie had a conflict. She's going on vacation tomorrow, and she had something come up, and so she had for work. How does she have a job, right? And she could be here talking to us. But cheers. I got plenty to talk about, so we will do a lot of fun stuff while we're waiting on people to join. Don't forget to go to coopedup.com. That's where I keep all my funny stuff. And then if you follow me on Insta, you can go there. I'm cooped up is my handle there. So like I was saying, Carrie had a last minute thing pop up that she can't be here because she's going on vacation tomorrow and she needed to handle it before she went on vacation. So yeah, love the sweater. Yes, it's very après-ski, right? Like I feel like I'm in Aspen or something, a place I've never actually been. But it is cold, 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 brr, yes, cold. So here's the thing. How are people fucking built for this? Like how do people in places like Minnesota and Canada and Vermont and the likes of those kind of places, even parts of Colorado, I guess, how do they do this? Like it is 45 degrees today as a high. I think the low is like 43 or something, but the wind chill is in the 30s. It's blustery. It is the worst. Like I think it's cute for like a few minutes, maybe even like a day or two. But after day 3, which is we're going on day 3 or 4, I can't remember which at this point, I'm like, I am ready for some warmth again. I don't live in Texas for the equality. I live here for the heat. So that's what I want. Oh my God, everyone, sweater weather. It's sweater weather. I do love a good statement sweater though. I have this one. I have a Christmas version that's got like reindeer around it right there. I actually put this one on this morning and I was like, is this too Christmassy? And then I'm like, yes, nothing to do with Christmas at all. Is it too Huxtable? That's a bad reference, right? It's not. A Huxtable sweater would have all kinds of other stuff. I also love this sweater because it distracts the eye. It brings your eyes up to the thinner, more gorgeous part of my body and minimizes the part that I don't necessarily want people focusing on right now. So I do that. Sandy wants to know, where is fall? Well, we don't have those here. We have Hell's Front Door and the North Pole. There's like no in between. Occasionally we have a little bit, but they say that what is the saying? I've heard it about Kansas, but I think it applies to this part of Texas as well sometimes, that between us and the North Pole is just a barbed wire fence. I think sometimes it is. I've had people tell me today, actually, that they think that cold weather, like 40 degrees in Texas, is way worse than like 15 degrees in Santa Fe because of the moisture, because of the wind. I think it's also because we are just wholly ill prepared for this. Like I don't have a winter wardrobe. This is about as thick as it gets. A wool sweater. I have a ton of cashmere that I love to wear, admittedly. I don't know why I'm not wearing cashmere today, but this is a pretty sweater I got. Yeah. And that's right. It is bipolar, 100 or 35. And Raven is trying to build some sort of cold tolerance in running shorts and a short sleeve shirt. Bitch, I'm going to tell you something. I've got 3 layers up top. So I got a t-shirt on under this. I got my button-up shirt. I've got this sweater. On the bottom, I have got long underwear on right now. I have got my skiing socks on right now, and my toes are still cold. I've got a pair of jeans on, and I typically don't wear shoes in the house. I've even got a pair of boots on that are like fleece lined on the inside. I am so cold. And it's cute. Like I love and Sandy, you're talking about it's all about the clothes. I get it. I love clothes, and I really, really love layering. I love layering. I think that it's fun, it's neat, it's better. I actually hate summer clothes because if you're just fat in a piece of thin fabric and there's nothing you can do with it, at least layering you can distract the eye and do all that kind of stuff, right? But at some point it goes beyond fashion and it goes into function. And I don't like it when it gets functional. I don't like it when it's like, I got to put this shit on so I don't freeze to death. I don't like that part. Now, granted, we're not freezing to death right now, but maybe being a little Texas dramatic. But it's cold. It is 45 degrees for 4 days straight is cold to me, right? Um, yes. And Eric is saying we generally have a weekend in winter in Iowa when it doesn't get above 0, -18 at night and a high of -3 in the daytime. I got the hell out of there as fast as I could. Yes, I remember when my grandfather was having his prostate out at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and I didn't go up there, but my aunt did, and she shared with us they send people from other places like a list of tips and do's and don'ts when you go. One of the don'ts, well, one of the don'ts was just don't go outside. The other one though was don't wear earrings because it is so cold that the metal in the earring will freeze and then you'll get frostbite on your earlobes. Isn't that, I mean, okay, I'll almost set this. If I ever need to go to a place where one of the rules is don't wear earrings because your ears might freeze the fuck off, I don't want to go. There's got to be another place to save my prostate. There's got to be another place for me to cash a check, whatever it is. I will find some other reason to go somewhere else for the same thing. Yes. Um, and Michelle is turning on the heat. Yeah, we finally broke down and turned on the heat yesterday. And my house currently smells like burnt dust and dead bugs because that's how infrequently we turn it on. Um, and let's see. And Sandy says, just say no to wearing functional clothes. I'm not going to do it. You should come to the cottage in Canada. Burr. August even would probably be too cold for me there. I think that, like, I love British Columbia, like Whistler. I love Whistler because it's not that cold. It's close enough to the water that there's some insulation and all of that. But our neighbors 2 doors down, they have a cabin. I think it's a cabin, a house at Lake Louise in Canada. And they rave about it, but she's also told me how cold it gets there. And I'm like, I don't care how pretty it is. I'm not going. This is also why I don't go skiing very often. And if we go skiing again, we go to Whistler because it's not very cold. They take you up the mountain to the cold, and then you ski down, and then you're done. And you're exercising while doing it. Imagine having a Prince Albert piercing. Yow. Ooh. At least you can put that in some pants, I guess. For those of you who don't know what a Prince Albert is, you can Google it. And your search engine results will never be the same. I don't want to talk about it here because I don't want it fucking up what I'm presenting to y'all. So the other thing about Texans, and maybe it's just North Texans, but every one of my car tire sensors went off this morning. I go out to the car to take the kids to school, and I already keep my tires a little bit lower pressure because the Dallas roads are for shit. And so to help like cushion the blow, and they're even worse if your tires are like super inflated because it's just so if you keep your tires a little bit lower on the inflation range, it helps absorb some of the roughness of the road, right? So do that. So then I get in the car and the temperature drops rapidly. The pressure drops also on the air pressure because that's how air pressure works, and all of it just so it's like slot machine. Bling, bling, bling. My car right now has every complaint in the world. I don't know how Range Rovers live in the places that they live. Doesn't England get really cold for a long time too? Or are they kind of like, it's like New York doesn't stay cold, right? I mean, New York gets cold, but it's not like it is like bitter, horrible, awful cold for weeks on end, right? Maybe not. I mean, I've been to New York in the wintertime. I've been there at Christmas time, and it was chilly. And actually, it was cold like at night, but not like just like painful. And Suzanne's saying her tire sensors were going off today when she picked up her son from school. And yep, Sandy agrees. Her tire pressure light comes on every time. So yeah. And then our cats, they are such punk ass bitch cats. So I hate our cats sometimes. Today's one of those days. And Beth is saying New York is a dry cold. There is a big ass difference between dry cold and wet cold. Right now, this wet cold, nuh-uh, not having it. I will take a dry cold. But back to our cats. So we have 2 cats, Bear and Stripes. The kids named them. Guess what Stripes looks like? He has stripes. And Bear is an all black cat. And they're brothers. We got them from the SPCA at the same time. They don't like being in the house. And so they live outside. And because we live on a green belt and with the tennis court and a golf course across the street from us, they just roam everywhere. They're friends with everybody. Everyone loves them. They love everybody except us. We feed them But I can be like, "Hey, Stripes, come here." Just looks at me and walks away. I look out the fucking window earlier. So I tried to bring him in at night. I'll get back to that in a minute. But I look out the window and I see some people walking across the street on the walking trail. Stripes, in a full gallop, runs over them so he can get petted. I'm like, you don't fucking do that to me, cat. So then we bring them in at night when it's cold. They stay outside most of the time. And I only bring them in at night if it's actually legitimately freezing or Claire annoys me to the point of no return and I just give in. That was last night's case because it's not actually freezing. And they've got fur, they've got fat, they know where to sit, all that. They've got windbreaks, they've got pillows outside, all that kind of stuff. So they've got a good life still. So we bring in the cats and we put them in the gym. Next thing we know, Stripes is fucking throwing himself at the glass door to go outside, wanting to go outside. All of this. So I let the bitch out. I'm like, nope, nuh-uh. We're not messing with that. You're not tearing stuff up. And half the time they end up shitting in the house, and we don't have a litter box for them because they're outside cats. And cat shit is the worst. I'm very ranty today, aren't I? It's this cold. This bitter cold is turning me into a grumpy old man. It's the cold, I promise. It's the cold. So anyway, I don't know how. I've always said, like, give me warm weather over gay marriage. Honestly, we have both now. But like, people are like, how do you live in Texas? I'm like, because it's not cold. And it's the least fucked up of the warm weather states other than California. But like, I think that we're okay. Stick in the city. It's fine. It's fine. And I have a very good life here, and it's cheap. What else should I talk about? It is, he knows you don't love him. I love the cats. This is my thing with the cats. And cats are little, and I've talked about this before. Recently learned that cats only meow at humans to manipulate them. That is just part of the game, right? I love them when they're being lovable. The problem with cats is that they go from lovable to tearing your face off in like 3 seconds. Like they're the most bipolar animal on the planet. Drives me nuts. So, so this week, Eric, you might have something to say about this. This week, oh, and Michelle's saying, telling the story, your cat ran into strangers to get petted made me laugh out loud. Yeah, I was literally standing at the window upstairs watching it, and I'm like, I called Todd, I was like, come look at this bullshit. And I actually may have said a lot of really bad words about it. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't get it. Anyway, so at school, it is Red Ribbon Week. If you have a child who is in school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Red Ribbon Week is a week where they have lessons about drug awareness, alcohol awareness, violence. They keep adding things. I think it's got bullying in it now too, all kinds of stuff, right? It's also the week that your kids are looking at you drinking this thinking, Daddy, we just read about that. You might have a problem. Daddy, you shouldn't be drinking that much. I counted how much you had to drink last night. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, I am well aware of Red Ribbon Week. So one of the things that our school does, and I think most schools do this, is every day of the Red Ribbon Week has a theme. And it usually is in relation to things that you wear, right? And it usually comes with some cheesy little slogan. So ours for this week are Monday, which is wear a red shirt. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We totally forgot to do it, but it happened. I'm also not one of those parents that gets all geeked out about shit like this. I am like, kids, if you want to do it, I will support you. I will help you with it. But I'm not going to be the one that puts your shit together. I will never be the parent that builds your science project for you. I'm not going to be that. Like, this is your gig. And I'm not raising children. I am raising people to be adults. That is what I always say. And so Monday was red. Totally forgot it. They went to school in their regular ass uniforms. Yesterday was wear an inspirational something, like Mason wore one that said "Be You" with like a rainbow. Clara one that said "Yes, I was born this awesome." It's always about inspirational quotes or something like that, right? Today was superheroes. So Mason had like Captain America, And again, we're not real into superheroes, so I actually am quite surprised that they found it. These must have been hand-me-down clothes that we got from our lesbian friends who give the kids clothes sometimes, because they did not come from us. So Captain America for her, and then Claire had one had Wonder Woman and Catwoman maybe, and something like they had a bunch, and it was like girls have the power or something like that. Something cheesy but true on that. God knows what tomorrow is. I have no idea. And then Friday is free dress. I hope tomorrow's not sports related, because I think the closest we have is like an SMU sweatshirt in the house. Maybe. I don't know. I wear a New York Yankees baseball cap when I have to wear a baseball cap for no reason other than I think it's cute and it's classy. I couldn't even tell you when they play, when baseball season is technically. It ended last night though, right? I think the World Series ended last night. Only reason I know that is because I saw a COVID story about the guy who had the COVID, who was still allowed to play until they confirmed it, but then he still ran out with all of them afterwards. Yeah, I saw that part of it. And it's happening here in Dallas too, at the new arena that looks like a barbecue pit. But so here's my thing about Red Ribbon Week though. So we have school uniforms, right? And so our kids wear like a green top and a khaki bottom, and Mason's in the middle school, so he wears a navy blue top and a khaki bottom on Mondays, Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays they have formal uniforms. So Mason has to wear a tie and a dress shirt and slacks. Claire has to wear the dress uniform for the elementary school, which is the plaids and all that kind of stuff. Thursdays back to the normal green or blue and khaki. And then Friday is spirit shirt day. So they still have to wear, on the bottom, they still have to wear the uniform bottoms and all that kind of stuff. But on the top, they can wear a shirt that is related to our school. So like from a fundraiser, from like back to school, like any of these reasons that they sell t-shirts, right? So here is my issue. The uniforms help me know what fucking day of the week it is. So I know when Monday is, because Mondays is always Monday, right? Tuesday, I know because it was just Monday yesterday. Wednesday is an indicator to me, this shit is almost halfway over, right? Like we're almost done. It's a Wednesday. Thursday, I know because yesterday you wore your formal uniform, and then Friday, everyone knows when Friday is, right? This Red Ribbon Week, earlier today, I was talking earlier today, I thought it was Tuesday. I was talking to someone, and that person thought it was Tuesday as well because they have the same issue with their kids at school. What? And my sister, who works in a school, wore a UT shirt in Aggie Land today. She's watching her back all day. Yes. So I'm like, ugh. And I get it. The only thing I don't like about this Red Ribbon Week thing is the kids come home riddled with judgment over my behavior. And I don't need any more judgment. That's why I'm married. Raven is saying, my ultimate cat betrayal story. My precious Tux decided she would rather live with the Republicans across the street. She still lives there, judging everyone. So your cat literally just left, walked across the street, and hangs out there now? Our cats eat at every house within 5 blocks. I'm certain of it. So, and their themes are by color each day. That's a little easier. And Leslie's like, it's a pain in the damn ass. Yes, and beat down Red Ribbon Week. So again, I appreciate the sentiment of it. I appreciate that we're teaching our kids about this stuff. I think that I, as a kid, probably came home and was like, hey, Mama, what's that plant in the corner? Actually, I know that happened. Times are a little bit more liberal now than they were, but back then it was the just say no 80s, and it wasn't cool to have a marijuana plant in your living room, but we did. My mom's not watching, by the way. She said she was going to watch this later, so I'm either going to get a laugh text or I can't believe you told that story, Cooper text. No, I won't get the second one. My mother, I get my total lack of shame from my mother. Like if it is a good joke, make the joke, go for the jokes over pride, right? So what else? Oh yes, Beth, who's watching, I told you this morning. Another study has come out saying vitamin D, specifically a deficiency of vitamin D, in some studies has come out as a major contributor to people. Well, let me rephrase that. In the study that they did, something like 80%, like almost everybody in this pool of people that they did, 80% of people who had COVID and were exhibiting symptoms of COVID had a vitamin D deficiency. And I told y'all about this before. Todd's doctor at the Cooper Clinic was telling him, and we've been taking vitamin D, zinc, and high dose vitamin C. My pea color is fucked up, but the vitamin D specifically, a lot of people don't get it, and a lot of people of different ethnic backgrounds get it because vitamin D. It's easier for white people to get vitamin D from the sun, which is a major way that we get it. Except for the fact that none of us go outside anymore. Like none of us are getting enough sun, and we're wearing sunscreen to protect from cancer. But then that reduces our ability to get the vitamin D. It's like we're fucked either way, right? So we're taking it, and it just looks like a little fish oil pill that we just take at night. But supposedly, that is a big indicator about your ability to contract it, as well as your ability to have negative symptoms of it. So take your vitamin D, people. I take a vitamin D gummy bear each day. I don't know how much to take. Honestly, I just take the pill that Todd gives me. It could be a cyanide pill for all I know at this point. He It would be so easy for Todd to kill me with these vitamins that we take because I got like a fistful of vitamins and I'm like, no, that looks right every night before bed. And my biggest success of 2020 will be finding toilet paper and vitamin D. That is hilarious. Um, and vitamin D helps with anxiety too. Yay! Well, I'm also taking that, and I've started taking the CBD now, so I'm calm, I'm cool, collected. By the way, I've talked about the CBD stuff so much that I've become an ambassador, a brand ambassador for this one CBD company. I'll share more with that later. But isn't that crazy? Who would have thought in 2020 that Cooper owned an RV, Cooper bought a Jeep, Cooper was working from home, Cooper's now walking, exercising almost 3 miles a day. Koopa's taking some CBDs. Koopa's caring about vitamins. None of these things. Koopa's drinking a lot. Everyone saw that one coming. But that is, yeah. And Suzanne, my brother has to take the liquid. Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. Liquid sunshine. How about that? And you can get vitamin D. I was reading the article. You can get it from eggs. Have a lot of vitamin D. It seems like a lot of things with a lot of protein in them. Again, this is news this show. I'm not a medical professional. So tell me, I got some CBD cream and it turns out it has no CBD, only hemp. I'll send you a link because there are some creams on this one brand that I'm repping now. I love it. And I get a little kickback if y'all buy shit, but it's not like multi-level marketing. I'm not going to try to recruit any of y'all to be salesmen under me or anything like that. Cooper the lunch lady. Yes, that was another one that I'm surprised. 2020 turned me into a lunch lady. Speaking of, now that the kids are back in school, Todd and I are both working from home. We're having lunch together every day. It is so sweet. And it is the most homosexual experience other than we're not having sex. We are eating lunch together, a little salad, or we had grilled cheese sandwiches with tomato soup today for lunch. And then we're watching Designing Women. We went through all of, what was the show we were watching before? I can't remember now. But now we're on Designing Women. We started from the beginning, and I don't know what season we're on now. We watch an episode of that. How sweet is that? And we get to talk and all, see each other. Like I do feel like Todd and I are more connected to each other now in 2020 than we were before. And we are very fortunate that we have jobs that can work from home, that we have not much stress. And that's the queerest thing I've heard in a while. Yes. Literally, gay sex would be the only thing gayer than that. Oh, man. Total change of subject. I was talking earlier about I'm not the type of parent that is, I'll help you, but I'm not going to do it for you. Halloween costumes, y'all. Oh my God. So Claire is very organized. Daddy, I'm going to be a witch. Daddy, I need this, 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 and this. Can you help me get this, this, and this? Can you get on the computer right now and get this, this? She is going to get shit done. I always call her the Latina Hillary Clinton. But the son, the boy in our household, is not quite as organized. And so last night, finally, I was like, "So, what you thinking about for Halloween on Friday?" Because Friday they can wear their Halloween costumes. That's what it is for Red Ribbon Week. And he's like, I don't know. Think about being this marshmallow guy, some marshmallow. I don't remember what it. It's some character from some game, right? And it's got like this round head thing that's got these eyes that light up and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I'm like, so where are we gonna get this? So then I end up with him. So I actually assigned that part to Todd last night while I was making dinner. And they've got the masks on this way. Although Amazon has been fucking me over this week. Everything I have ordered from Amazon has arrived like a day late. Even groceries this morning, it was supposed to be a 5 to 7 o'clock window. They arrived at like 7:45 this morning. Um, anyway, so I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm like, what about the rest of your costume? And it's supposed to be all white. So after I hang up with y'all, that's immediately what he and I are going to sit down and do. And I don't know where we're going to get it. I don't know where. Like I can go pick it up if I'll do drop off. Like if it's Walmart, I'll do the throw it in the back of my car or Target or something like that. I'm not trusting Amazon. I need to go pick it up so that I have it. I think he's a DJ. Maybe. What do my kids know about fucking DJ? That's what I want to know. But that's what I'm gonna be doing. You are right about being more connected. Mark and I have spent more time in the past 7 months than we ever have, and it's a good thing. Same with us. I literally think that Todd and I have been together 21 years now. Yeah, 21 years. It'll be 22 years in February. Boy, can't believe that. Almost half my life. I think I was 24 when we started dating. And I've spent more in the last 7 months, 8 months than probably collectively like 10 years of our relationship. So I'm gonna pitch that idea to my straight husband, see how far we get. I think he'd rather have sex with you than watch Designing Women at lunch. Oh, that's funny. What else do we talk about? Oh, have y'all? Yeah, so we've talked about Frey before on here. Any of y'all get that? So I went on and ordered the samples like 3 weeks ago. Have not received anything yet. They have shipped to me. And then I went into the account and looked, and it was like, oh, you're all set up on automatic shipments. And it was about to send me a whole fucking shipment of one of the fragrances, and I canceled it because I'm like, I haven't tried you yet. How do they do? How do they do that? Like, how do they do the samples? Is it only once every once in a while? They send them in bulk. I don't understand that. So if y'all know, fill me in on that. And Aaron said, get me out of this house, considering buying our own home to get away from my family, my own home. I have said this all along. You live in a newer house, a more open floor plan. Also, you have young children. I am so grateful for my old ass house with 99 rooms and 99 doors. That has saved my life. We all have our own spaces. I have my office. Todd has his office. The kids have their rooms. We have other spaces too. Like I am so grateful that we do not have an open floor plan. We have one little area that's a little bit open, but other than that, and oh, you had the same experience with Frey. Got the samples, but canceled the auto ship. I don't mind the auto ship if I know that I like it and I want it. But don't send me the fucking auto ship that you're going to charge me for before you send me the samples that I paid $1 for, or whatever the samples were. I can't remember. So, boy, very ranty today, like I said. Did y'all see the dad? I posted this on my Instagram earlier. There's a TikTok video of a dad. They're at the beach, and the daughter's in the distance making like a TikTok video on the beach. The bucket and a mop. It's so whatever, I don't know. I'm looking like an old white guy right now. The dad is closer up, and he is pretending to be her, and another dad is filming him. It is hilarious. And at the end, you hear like, "Dad, you're the worst," or something, or "Shut up, Dad." I don't remember what it was. Cracked me up. That is totally going to be me when my kids get old enough to want to do shit like that. I am going to be there to troll them hard. And I think the girl will be mortified by me. Honestly, I think that's the road that we're on. The boy, he is, I'm sure how I talked about them in third person, like just their gender. the boy is either going to be in on the joke, which I think will be most of the time, or just straight up ignoring it. I've heard him say before, just ignore him and he'll go away. Like, not even like, Dad, you're the worst. Just ignore him and he'll go away. So, oh, and Crystal had to do that with Frey too. Good that you canceled, or else you'll get a better offer on the price now. I have mine set up for every 6 months. Okay, good to know. I'll check it out. Waiting on that fucking sample. I guess I need to go log back into the account and see if they've sent it or when they're sending it, all that kind of stuff, and just make sure I don't get it again. Alrighty. Well, I think everything else I can save for tomorrow's show. So I'm gonna cut it off there because we're at 31 minutes already. Yeah, let me see what else y'all said. More people saying that they had a similar freight experience. Sarah, let me know how it goes with your designing women at lunch. Michelle, I will send you the link. Actually, I will post it in the comments. As soon as we get in here, I will go get my link, post it in the comments on here so that if y'all want to check it out, it's a good stuff. I really, really have enjoyed it. What the hell is Frey? Frey is a laundry detergent that is like the darling of Instagram right now. People love it. I'm just giving it a try. Yeah, numerous people on here have talked about it. So, my sister, this is totally me. I say random things while Sterling is playing games with his friends. Yeah, I do the exact same thing. I will say things. I will make fart noises. I was warned to not cuss because I would cuss sometimes. And Dad, you're gonna get me kicked off because they know there's no cussing allowed in this game. They know. So I've stopped doing that. I'm so glad I got home at a reasonable hour to watch your show today. Oh, we are too, Eric. Yay! I've missed everyone on here. And Suzanne had to Google Frey. Yep. So I'll let you know how it goes whenever I fucking get it. And yes, that is what my life has come to, where I'm an influencer, but I'm talking about laundry detergent and CBD oils. Where did I go wrong? I thought I was cool. I am cool, right? I'm cool. Alrighty, with that, I'm gonna say bye. I love you. It is important to know that you are loved. I love that you watched this. This is my therapy. I don't know what I'm gonna do when we're gone for 2 weeks on the road. I'm gonna try to do it, but you know how miserable that was this summer. So we will try our best with that. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live, should I say. With that, I'm gonna say bye. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow.